Okay, hello people. Um, I just feel like my whole brand is really about empowerment, motivation, self-help, encouragement, self-encouragement, um, graffiti. My hat just came in today. It is available on my Shopify store, and it will be posted in all my bios and descriptions on whatever platforms I put this on. But I just felt like, and I like writing. I think I do have a communication problem. So I do art. Um, I write. I journal, scribble. I also have a journal with my logo on there as well that will be available on the site, or it's available on Redbubble. Um, L Richardson 35 is the name of the shop if you go to redbubble.com. Um, I just feel like sometimes I don't have all the connecting pieces to put everything that I have in my head out. So I feel like um, one way for everybody to get to know everybody and to understand everybody is for us to explain ourselves and for us to put out there, you know, first though, we have to know who we are, right? We have to be in tune with ourselves. We have to know our strengths, our weaknesses, our positives, our negatives, all that. And for me, I've been on a healing journey and a purposeful journey as far as what's my actual purpose. Who am I? Why was I made the way I was made? Why was I born when I was born? What's the significance of all that? And I grew up mainly Methodist for a little bit, but mainly most of my life I grew up Jehovah's Witness. So we was always shunned away from looking at and studying the zodiac, which I mean I can sort of see kind of, but now with me just going through life and just having all these mess ups and these hiccups and these falls and these stumbling blocks, I was going out my mind. I'm like, what's going on? So little by little, I started reading, the little horoscopes that come out every day, about yourself or about your date and all that, your sign. I started reading that. I started reading those. And little did I know, I'm like, yeah, that's what happened, or that's me, or yeah. And then I just started thinking, so if all this is if this is indeed true, why would a religion want you to not know about yourself or not want you to dig deep, and find out who you truly are? Um, but that's also I talk a lot about this on my podcast too, which I will share also a link for that. And two, it's on my Shopify store, uniquelt.myshopify.com. And if you go on there, some of the pictures on the homepage, they have links. One of the pictures is me with some headphones on talking to. That's my actual podcast. And if you go on there, I do have some that talks about a little bit more of this. And I think I will go ahead and keep the discussion about the zodiacs for my podcast. But long story short, I wrote this piece and I will be looking down. Look, I'm not perfect, okay? I don't remember all stuff good. I don't have a good memory like that. So I did write. You see this? I have pages. I wrote it and I printed it off. And I want to read it because I just wrote it. And I think we get so mixed up with um when we are lost, or when we don't know fully, or can't display exactly who we are and show the confidence that we may have on the inside, or we feel like there's nobody with us, or sometimes we may feel like, or someone else may feel like, because they can look at you and they may say, well, they may not think you have all the confidence you need. They may not think you're strong, or you can handle certain things and all that. And that's how people treat you, how you come off. And I feel like for us to get rid of this film, whatever this is, this image or whatever it is that tells them that we are not it, or we don't have the confidence, or whatever. And when I say we, mainly I be talking about myself. I really talk to myself a lot. I mean, I'm my best listener. Um but anybody else out there that may be like me, I'm talking to you too. I have no problem with that. I just find it difficult to even find ones that's in my same boat, or with the same similar traits. Or I'm a Pisces. I was born March 20th, and I was born at 7:20 p.m. And I actually did a natal chart. I'll post that as well. And I'm going to read all about that day, that specific time on my podcast, for the ones that maybe need that information as well. But I'm gonna read what I wrote. And when I write really, really what I'm feeling, really, really what I'm going through, or what I know of someone else to go through, or um, any of that. So here we go. I'm confident that the trauma I've endured won't last. Can't let it define my future. This too shall pass. I've tried to flush it away. I've tried ignoring things and people that triggered it. I've tried hiding my reactions to certain instances, not treating ones how life has treated me. One thing life has taught me: the past is not dealt with and can come back to haunt you. It really can. If you don't fix it, if you don't tackle it right on, it's gonna come back. It's gonna stay. It's gonna stay with you. It's gonna hunt you. You could take my word for it. You don't have to. But I'm pretty sure life is gonna have my back on that, and life is gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about. I learned you can't hide or get rid of things in situations. Avoidance is never the answer. I've become more outspoken with what's been affecting me. Lost people along the way, but maybe they weren't meant for me, or evolve, or they're not meant to evolve with me. I've become more knowledgeable with the treatments I've got. Even though the shit's not fair, I don't blame myself. I know it's others' simple views and lack of care. I know now when others blame you for things, it's simply them having their own pity party. I know when I'm let down, that just means I just been putting up too much of a fight to see me in others. I know if I have to ask for the simplest things repeatedly from ones, that they are actually just not interested. And that's okay now. I know that whether it's family, friends, foes, if I choose you, that necessarily don't mean that you chose me. I know that just as well as I'm going through dealings, there are also others that's also doing the same thing. I understand me fully now. My physical makeup, my mental foundation, my spiritual awakening. I know I'm not for everyone, and everyone's not for me. My vibe is so special. It takes careful selection and consideration. I admit I am selfish now, because I realized on this healing journey of mine, I never put me first. My passion to help and spread love overshadowed everything, including myself. It's been hard pills to swallow, and at times it's been hard to breathe. It's been sad days, lonely days, and most days I just sit and cry. However, when this happens, I understand that's when the torture and manipulation runs rampant with others. I've explained and made it clear my tears doesn't make me weak at all. True, I'm sensitive, but that's not all the love that's in me. It's just sitting here waiting to explode, and it hurts because I just can't seem to make that clear. We need to start looking at ourselves as beautiful roses. I consider myself an entire rose garden. My tears are just me watering my plants. The more I cry, the more I grow. It's draining, I must say, but the end result is beautiful. It's a beautiful display of color and beauty. So, at the end of it, I smile because that's the queen I see. I'm so in love with myself. Negativity, admittedly, does affect me outwardly, but on the inside, I shut all that down instantly. I am so in love with myself. The flaws, sure, I have them. I'm fully aware. One by one, though, I'm taking them head on, one day at a time. It's only fair. I am so in love with myself. My downfalls become teachable lessons. I hold myself fully accountable for all my failures. The growth in me is the smile you see. I am so in love with myself. Encouragement is embedded. Truth, I'm lit up when I receive it. Honestly, it's always a want and never a need. I'm so in love with myself. I'm contradicting. I'm constantly overthinking. I stay dreaming. It's not the same as pretending. I'm so in love with myself. I do reflect on the past a lot. It's a having requirement, and I won't apologize for it. I admit I get fueled up momentarily. Trauma does that, but the next step is what counts, what matters, because I fully understand. I overcame the heartache and pain and forgave because I was able to put myself in others' places. I'm so in love with myself. I understand there are no guarantees or promises, just hopes and maybes. A lot of unknowns, mysteries, missteps, often making the wrong turns. I'm okay with that. Life's a journey, and I'm just trying to get rid of all my worrying. I'm so in love with myself. When I say I won't but don't need you, trust. It's not arrogance, it's confidence. That's what's planned for me. For me, what's planned is going to be, regardless. It's going to be. It's going to be if I have it or not. If I have a person, somebody, or not. Anybody. I am so in love with myself. I get overjoyed with excitement at all my accomplishments, big or small. I hype myself up. You have to hype yourself up throughout all of this. If Cuz you're going to be let down if you depend on somebody else to be a hype man for you, if you're going to depend on somebody to encourage you, if you're going to depend on somebody to add on to your happiness and what makes you happy, you're going to be let down, and it's not going to make for a good outcome. I have the biggest grin when I realize the setups for my setbacks are really a reflection of your makeup. It has nothing to do with me at all. I understand everyone has a past, but it's up to us to decide where it leads us. Do we erupt or do we let it uplift us? I am so in love with myself. I've had time to reflect on everything that's happened up to this point, and I realize I'm still standing and maintaining. That's because I'm not meant to be torn. Far from a warrior, but I've been at war with life. Not a fighter, but I could throw a mighty punch when the time comes. That's my fight or flight. I'm so in love with myself, unapologetically, very sympathetically. Temperamental? Yeah. Not a comic, but loves to laugh. Crack a joke and giggle. I do. At the simplest things, too. You'll be amazed. You'll be surprised. I'm so in love with myself. I have pep talks with myself. I date myself. I take myself out on dates. I encourage myself. I learn me. I learn myself. I'm so in love with myself. Of course, it's no secret. I'm an easy target for manipulation. Of course. We can see that. Anyone with a big heart and who loves heavy, sometimes they go through life with their heart on their sleeve, and for a while that's been me. I agree. But I make my decisions, of course. I'm not going to let you control how I see myself or what my mouth say. I control all that. All this I control. I'm resilient. I am strong. I am essential. I am a great investment. I'm scarred. I've been hurt and let down. Deception, it amazes me at what's done if I do nothing or say nothing. I hear without you talking, and I see with my eyes closed. I am so in love with Latanya. And whether anyone chooses to do the same thing, I know that I'm going to make it because that's what I was born and designed to do. My purpose is to encourage, is to uplift, is to let ones know, just like me, or anyone out there that's listening, that you can do it. Whatever you put your mind to, whatever you set out to do, you can do it. The only way that you're not going to be able to do it is if you have doubt in your mind about yourself. No one knows what you can do. No one knows what what they can do unless they try. So my encouragement words right now to you guys is try it. Whatever you feel like that you can do, whatever you feel like you want to do, whatever it feels like you want to get accomplished, do it. If you don't know how to start, hit me up. I will help figure that out for you. Or just do brainstorming. Get a journal, jot down keywords or topics or information. If you don't have the internet, let your phone be your dictionary or your Google. Look stuff up. I've been so I don't have a computer. My computer broke. But so I be in my phone a lot. A lot. I'm always on here. I'm always looking up definitions. I'm always looking up different words. I'm always looking up business ideas. I'm always looking up how business goes, what all goes into business. I love arts. I like beauty. I like writing. I like music. I love music. So I just surround myself with all of that. All of that. That way, it's not really work to me. It's stuff that I like doing. So I don't mind spending all my time doing it. Sometimes I even try to stop myself from going to sleep because I be so engaged in whatever it is that I'm doing, looking up, writing, drawing, producing, or anything. I do my own hair. I've been for years. I've been trying to practice on my hair and my some of my family members' hair. I know some be scared. I know. I get it. I listen, because if I just put myself in their shoes, because if it was me, I'll be like, can you do it? But I even appreciate the ones who maybe had doubt but still let me do it. Big ups to y'all. We don't know, and we won't get good unless we practice. Practice makes perfect enough. You don't have to be perfect, but if it's enough for you, if it's enough for who you are working on or what you're working for or towards, then that's fine. Stop letting people define what's good for you. They know what's good for them. You know what's good for you. Take that, run with it. Whatever you doing. I do my hair, I do my makeup. Matter of fact, I'm coming out with a cosmetic line. I'm making my own makeup. I'm in the process right now of making eyeshadows, and making lip gloss. I just launched my once again. I just launched my store, and on there is just a hat selection. It's a cropped hoodie that says "I inspire" because this is my meaning. I have a shirt on there as well. It's just a few items, but they all pertain to what it is that my brand is about. And anybody that knows me, I've always been on this kick. I've always been trying to be the one to motivate somebody to be their best self, to put their best potential and their best foot forward. Do what you feel you need to do. It's so much stuff out here, and so many people out here trying to give people information and trying to charge people for information, the information that they have pertaining to what it is that they're doing or what it is that their purpose is. But sometimes that may not be for somebody else, because if you don't know what your purpose is, that's not going to fit you, and then you're going to be mad that that didn't work, and you're going to be mad that you spent money to come to a point of nowhere. So what I would say is, first off, we need to know ourselves. Dig deep, dig deep, dig deep, do some soul searching. And sometimes that may take you away from, the crowd. It may take you away. It may put you in solitary confinement for a minute, but that's okay, because that outcome is going to be way better at the end. Get to know yourself. I'm telling you, life will be so much better, and you will be so much happier. It's like a load has been lifted off. It's just because when you don't know, it's so many people that can come at you with so many different things that you form yourself around what it is that people talk about, or what it is that people try to put in you, and all that. And you will come to find out after so long, wait a minute, that's not me living for me, or that's not me. That's you. That's you projecting you on me, and this is you. I No, for a long time. I've always, and I just didn't know why for a long time, since I've been little. I've just viewed everything very, very, very differently than everybody else. And I've always questioned a lot of stuff. Sometimes, and I was quiet. I was so timid. I was so quiet. I was reserved. I didn't say much. I didn't say anything. But I've had my questions. I've had my doubts about things. But I've never found answers, or no one never really gave me really good reasons on why certain things were the way they were. So I never really got myself attached to anything, whether it be religion, whether it be people, whether it be schooling, whether it be anything. I just couldn't do it. My spirit, my soul, it wasn't letting me do that. And I didn't know why, which is why I kept going through hiccups. I kept making mistakes. I kept getting into bad crowds. I kept doing and meeting people based on me trying to be okay with the circumstances I was in at the moment, or in the surroundings I was in. And you get relaxed doing that. And this is where I say you have to know yourself, and you have to be conscious about all that stuff, because you will come to a point and be like, hold on, wait a minute, wait. This can't be it. This is not it. And you have to step back. And when you get on that healing journey, the ones that you lose, they wasn't meant for your evolved you. They're not. And it's okay. We have attachments. Yes, it hurts. It hurt like hell. It hurts when you lose people. It hurts trust. I lost a lot, and mostly family. And family is really one thing that I really, really, I'm like, it hurts when you lose family members, and because you're finding yourself, and when you project your real self, your self that was tucked away under all this worldly stuff, for them not to accept, who you are as your true self, it hurts. But only for a little while. Because you being the truest you is the best thing that you'll be able to do for anybody, but mainly for yourself. So, with that being said, my little rugrat over here running around, and I have another one that's in high school. His going on his 3rd year. I'm just trying to get them through, and that's another reason too. Like, especially if you have kids, um, you have to be selfish with yourself, because you have to get yourself right in order to make sure they grow up right. It's a future king and queen in there. I need to be right so I could get them right. If I'm not right and I'm raising them wrong, and I'm raising them the way I once was, or the information that I was taught that wasn't true or wasn't right. That's not fair to me or them. It's not fair. So you have to get right with yourself. And if that calls for you being selfish, so fucking what? Be selfish. I'm not apologizing for that. I'm selfish. Right now, I'm selfish. But with me being selfish, that's the most selfless thing I can do. And ones that understand what I'm saying out my mouth, y'all understand exactly what I mean and what I'm trying to portray to y'all. Y'all know exactly what I mean. So I'm going to continue to be selfish until I get myself exactly as I'm supposed to be. I'm almost there. This shit is hard. I'm trying to listen. You have to be ready for this too. You have to be ready. Some may not be ready. Some may not want to do it. It's scary also, because it's lonely. I mean, you reserve yourself. You have to shun away from certain things, because those attachments are from the older version of you. And I get it, but everybody should want to choose being the best version of them, because I choose to be the best version of me. And with that being said, my beautiful people, my beautiful kings and queens, I'm out.